We want to turn right to physicist Michio Kaku this morning. Dr. Kaku, great to have you. And you heard just moments ago the Prime Minister calling this breach grave and serious. And as you know, Doctor, I was in Japan for days, and rarely did the Prime Minister come out in this way, apologizing and using those words. What does this tell you?
This is huge. For the first time, they're using that dreaded word breach, meaning uncontrolled release of radiation into the environment. And remember that Unit 3, which is suspected to have the breach, contains plutonium. Plutonium is the most toxic chemical known to science. A speck of plutonium, a millionth of a gram, could cause cancer if it's ingested. And so this has to be looked at very carefully, because if there is a full abandonment of the reactor site, if they abandon ship, we could be in free fall.
And even before we heard those words used by the Prime Minister, Doctor, we saw this in a Tokyo newspaper this morning, the headline that Japan's own Nuclear Safety Committee is thinking about upping the level here. Let's take a look at these numbers. 3 Mile Island in this country, we all know, was a level 5. Chernobyl was a level 7. That's the highest possible. And now Japan considering moving this up to a 6.
Well, the utility is the laughing stock within scientific circles, because obviously this accident has exceeded 3 Mile Island. At 3 Mile Island, we had one reactor sustaining perhaps 90% core damage, but very little escaped into the environment. There was no breach. Here we have 3 raging meltdowns in progress, 1 spent fuel pond open to the air, hydrogen gas explosions, any one of which already exceeds 3 Mile Island.
And Dr.
So
Kaku,
obviously we should be level 6.
Level 6, you point out, and we saw those eerie images just yesterday morning here of the ghost towns created near the Fukushima plant. I mean, are we looking at a potential Chernobyl situation where an entire region of Japan would be empty for years to come?
Let's hope not. Let's hope they bring it under control. But if it goes to a full-scale evacuation of all personnel, it means that firefighters are no longer putting water onto the cores. That's the only thing preventing a full-scale meltdown at 3 reactor sites. Once they evacuate, then we pass the point of no return. Meltdowns are inevitable at 3 reactor sites, leading to a tragedy far beyond that of Chernobyl, creating permanent dead zones in Japan.
All right, Dr. Kaku leading us through this day by day. We appreciate it again this morning on now 2 weeks to the day since this earthquake and tsunami. Dr. Kaku, thanks.